So let's see him down at the bottom, man. Tell you what I like about this guy. Okay, what Spags demands of his corners, what he demands of his corners is he wants guys to be aggressive. He wants aggressive corners. He's going to play a ton of man while he's here. And when I'm looking at the film, checking him out, obviously last year, Marcus, we talked about him having hamstring pull, and you could tell toward the end of the last part of the season that was really bothering him. I wanted to see what he's going to look like against Mooney and Drake London against that game, man. You could tell he was really hampered by that hamstring. He was trying to come back from it. Wasn't really the same guy, but before then, like this game right here against Pickens, those guys, you could see him. You could see the explosion out of his hips. You could see the aggressiveness. You could see the physicality of his game. And also, too, what you could see was a lot of energy. He's a guy that likes to talk. You could tell that. So, guy coming from LSU, you know what you're going to get from a guy like that. But he looked excited, man. It was, good defense. There's some guys up there, man. I mean, the Chargers, their whole secondary, man, they're energetic. They are energetic. And so you could tell it was infectious. But you watch him, man, and he I forgot there was one they were talking about his pass rate being the closest, like he was one of the top 3, I think, as far as like
at the beginning of the season, the first 6 weeks of the season, it was like top 5 or top 8 or something like that as far as pass rating.
Yeah, but like closeness. So he stays in guys' hip pockets. He does. You'll see a lot of like zone from here. What I was kind of watching, but when it was time to get physical, he would come up there and he was laying the wood. He would hit on this. So we'll check it out. Foot in the ground, come up here, make a play. Boom. It's Najee too. So same thing with Pickens up here. Look at that, coming out of the break. That's good, quiet hips. Even when he's starting to open up, man, he puts a foot in the ground. It's good hips right there. It's good hips. It's good hips. And right here is zone. So look at it. You're talking about this closeness. Go back to the sideline view on this one. And once he gets his feet down, man, this right here, that's quiet feet. Quiet feet, boom. You see, he reads and reacts. Reads and reacts. That's a good job. That's the way he looks. That's the guy we're going to get. Hamstring better, read and reacts. He does a great job of it, man. And he's physical. That's one thing I loved about it. And I think because toward it, when he hurt his hamstring, he started getting a little bit more handsy because he had to. Because his legs couldn't do what he wanted it to do. You see, right here, he's coming off, man. He's not scared to hit. He's not scared to hit. Come up, make some plays. He recognizes it real well. He's got some good high football IQ. That's what I like about it. Because you can tell he recognizes certain plays when balls come out. He's got a good feel for this, especially in zone. He's got a great feel. The main aspect is what Spags like. He likes to challenge. So same thing. He's just read and react. Yeah. See, and you can tell a guy that's doing that, man, he trusts his ability. And that's what I love is, when some guys, kind of, when they backpedal, look at that read and react. That's fast right there. Read and react. They just got to make the tackle. Linebackers cover 3, takes a deep route, puts a foot in the ground, comes up the spin so he can be part of the, and that's, you're asking that in zone. You covering deep route on cover 3 and then coming up to almost make the tackle. That's pretty good. That's good speed right there. That's what's good. And that's a good corner. A good corner does that, reads and reacts. And he knows he might have something over the top. The thing is, he had his hips opening up, just in case you want to throw the deep route, he's got enough speed that he could recover on something like this on a deep route. That's why the quarterback didn't take it. So,
I mean, obviously, you love the acquisition here, and I just feel like obviously a lot of zone there. Based on what you saw, because you watched a lot of different film today. I know you did. A lot of this, stuff this can translate to playing with Spags. Obviously, I mean, he's a cornerback. He played man before in his career, so him coming to play man and with Spags is not like he's ever done it before. I feel like what you just showed, the physicality, the recognition of a lot of this stuff, pay off dividends playing in man with in Spags' system.
Mm-hmm. The thing is, when I was hearing all the criticism about him about getting beat somewhat last year, he was either making a play or he was getting beat, or the penalty thrown on it. It was no in between. I think once he's healthy, then it's going to clear itself out for sure. I think he can still play. Spags are telling him, be fierce, be physical, but open up and run with the guys. I think he's got enough speed he can run with anybody in the league. And that's the thing about it. That's what you want to be seeing as a corner. You don't want him chasing guys down. He don't mind putting his hands on people, and the Spags is going to give him that. That's what you want as a corner. If you're a physical guy as a corner, you want to be able to put your hands on guys immediately. And so I think that for him, he might enjoy that more than anything else, as opposed to playing zone. You play in zone, man, you got to, like you said, you got to read and react. Somebody catches out in the flat, now you got to come up there and you got to lay some wood on somebody. So, which he's not scared to do. He's not scared to do that at all. He just got to be able to make that tackle. Is he willing to make a tackle? Absolutely. The worst tacklers on the field are corners. That's a fact. That's the worst tacklers on the field on defense is a cornerback. Corners don't want to come up here. They don't want to deliver a blow. This guy right here, he doesn't care. He does not care. And so when I would see him like cover guys, kind of in man, he get in their face. It was balls thrown to him. He's a little handsy, like I said, but Spags and they'll be able to work with him. I'll tell you what, he's a pure corner here. He's a pure corner. This is a good acquisition for us, for sure. Yeah.
Is there anything that stood out to you as far as something that you were surprised about seeing when reviewing his tape that you didn't realize he was that good at whatever it is that you noticed?
Probably the tackling coming up, being physical. That was kind of shocking to me. I know some corners will do it, some corners may not. It depends on how they bring you down. For him, he don't mind sticking his head in there. He's just not going to give you a chicken wing or arm. He's kind of make the tackle. He's going to put his hands in there, and he's going to try to rip it off of you. He's going to hit. And so anytime you have a corner that is willing to tackle, that has it about him in their heart, shoot, you don't want me over. And he can cover deep. You don't want me over. I love it. Spags going to love this guy too. I think that's the reason they got him. And they knew that he probably had, when you see the games that he had a hamstring trying to recover from that, you could tell a difference. You could tell as far as like him putting in the ground, turning his hips, the quickness coming out of his breaks. It's just not there. It's just not there. Not what he wants it to be. When you look at the earlier film, totally different guy. So.
Yeah, it's one of the things too. Because if you looked at when we signed him, a lot of Chargers fans were like, "Yep, I wish we were keeping the guy from the first 6 weeks of the season, not the guy to end the season." And it's like it's what we always talk about. It's damn if you do, damn if you don't. The guy doesn't play at all. It's like, oh man, he's injury prone. But when the guy does play injuries, like, man, he sucks. I don't want him on my team. It's like, what do you want from these guys?
Yeah, but man, when you sit over looking at man, he's got quiet feet. Doesn't look heavy at all. Doesn't look cumbersome at all. He looks silky smooth. His back pedal recognition, he's got high IQ as far as recognizing the play when the ball's going to him. He does a good job of that. He does a good job of it. So that's a good thing about they can bring this element in if they wanted to run some combination coverage. So if they wanted to go, quarters to cover 3 and, man or cover 2 on one side, and, you can do all those different things with it. You can. So he can do it. He can do it. And the thing is, he ain't gonna let you get beat.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.